Takeover is about a lot of young people who unite together to run the customs house for a week, and we do a lot of events that involve young people for young people, and just all really help out and get along and everything and make friends with each other. Like, there's loads of people who I didn't know at first and now I know them, and I've made quite a few really good friends from it.
Well, we've got a wide range of workshops. We've got like from graffiti to rage and relax to panto workshops. We've got Mean Teens came in and they were this phenomenal breakdance group and breathtaking. It is, I think it's a great honour to be able to do it in this theatre. It's a very lovely theatre. It's more of a open and welcoming to your own passions. So that's my take on it, at least.
I think, especially working with the Takeover team, I have loved seeing their personalities come through, because I think when we first met, understandably, everyone was quite shy and some people hadn't met each other at all, and now it's just like this big group and community cohesion that we've created, and everyone has their jokes with each other. We have a group chat of just loads of memes and we're just having a great time. And I think this week can be quite strenuous for a lot of people, so we're always prioritising their physical and mental health.
I've done a few Takeover for a few years now, and it's been really fun. I love building my skills up in different areas that I may have never thought of trying. Like, usually I'm like head of drag, so that's my area, but other people have other areas where I'm like, usually I would never think of going, but when I go, it's really, really good.
Especially we've had drag, we've had fashion this week as well. That's a lot of things you don't get with mainstream school.
It allows a safe place for people to come and be themselves and not have fear of being overwhelmed. We've got a sensory room in Riverview, which is there for anyone who wants to take a break or just wants 5 minutes to themselves in a calm, relaxing space.
And then Queer Prom, the drag queens performed and I performed with them. And we had a little like number at the end, which we all did from the workshop, which was very cool.
I think it's really important that we get to organise it, because some of us have never like had that experience before, and it's just really cool to like come together and do something like that, because there's not a lot of things out there that you can do together. So it's just really good to have something where a lot of young people can come together and like from different backgrounds and all that, and just, you know, run the customs house, have fun, play games, do some of the workshops if you want. It's cool.
I think it's important because as much as we get it, there's a lot of people previously, a lot of facilitators who say as children they didn't get this either, and it's good for especially our generation to also do this as well, but also to give back as well, just to get that experience to others who might not get it, might not be able to get it where they live, around where they are.
There's so many different hurdles that they'll have to go through, regardless if it's race or sexuality or gender or financial part. Like, we're all going to have completely different hurdles, and I think especially within the creative industry it's so important to talk about that, because I'm a black and queer person and my experiences aren't going to be the same as a white person. So it's like being able to tell that and people being able to share their experiences and network as well. It's so important to kind of level the playing field, and I think it's made me almost tear up a lot of the time, especially at Queer Prom, because I could just see how happy they were at that at the prom. But mostly just because it's, you know, just a chance for young people to enjoy their adolescence, but also to like just get involved in so much stuff and see them be like, oh, I've never made a film before, but now I'm going to a film festival and I've met these amazing filmmakers. Maybe I can work with them, or I know at least where to go where I can make films. And you know, like I said, not everyone's opportunity is going to be the same. So we have that duty, I think, especially at my age, and anyone who has the same experience as me, we have that responsibility to pass that on to them, so there can be more wonderful creatives in the world, I think.
Get involved in Takeover. Do it right now. Like, right this very second. It's such an amazing experience. Like, everyone in the Takeover team is lovely, and it's very progressive with like anyone that's feeling anxious or have got any sort of social issues. It's very progressive in the need that like it's so welcoming, and it's I'm glad that it's hosted such a well-established and welcomed place such as the Customs House with such amazing staff.
And it's brilliant because speaking to a couple of people who've been, have said 10, 15 years ago when they were younger, they wouldn't have any opportunity to do this at all. You know, it's very rare. And now that we've got this very safe space, very accessible place for people to come and be themselves is absolutely fantastic.
So I think for young people, it's being able to, one, also see myself in them, because when I was I was like, oh, I like blogging or I like photography, people told me it was a waste of time, and that probably delayed me later getting into photography again. But for the young people, like, some of them are having music careers, some of them have an audition later today, and they're just like, I'm gonna do it, I love what I do and I'm gonna do it. And it's just so nice to see another generation not have those fears that I had, and we're just kind of pumping it into them to be like, your passion isn't a waste of time.
AD, more like DA, am I right? Chris, dream achiever.